Good evening, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2014, around 8:55 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. One little tidbit to report: the Atlanta Braves have signed outfielder Nick Markakis to a 4-year contract worth $45 million. Markakis is going to replace Jason Hayward in the outfield for the Braves. Markakis played for the Orioles previously, and this is a good move by the Braves. And that's about it on that. My third and final video blog subject of the night is about the Christmas movie titled A Very Brady Christmas, which was about the Brady Bunch celebrating Christmas. It was a TV movie that made its debut on December 18th, 1988 for CBS television, and the plot line was Mike and Carol Brady wanted to surprise each other for Christmas by taking a trip to a country. Mike wanted to take Carol to Japan, and Carol wanted to take Mike to Greece for the Christmas presents. And they told all the kids, Bobby, Peter, Greg, Masha, Jan, and Cindy, about their plans. And they all even told Alice, who came surprisingly to the Brady's house, Mike and Carol's house. She was crying because Sam cheated on Alice with a younger woman, and they could stay for as long as she wanted. And then the plot line continues where Mike goes to the travel agency to book the trip to Japan, but the very same few moments later, Carol goes into that very same travel agency, and she has the slip to book the trip to Greece. And then the travel agent verifies the check deposit, and the check wouldn't clear because the money out of that account was already taken. And Mike was overhearing what Carol was saying, and then Mike was there to surprise her for the trip to Japan, and Carol was there to surprise Mike for the trip to Greece on Christmas. But that was scratched completely, and Alice had the idea that instead of for them taking a trip to like Japan and Greece, that they should bring all 6 of their kids back for Christmas to celebrate for Christmas. And that was a very good idea, and Mike and Carol went with that idea. And Alice said that if I was working here, I would really want to raise. And then they got all 6 of their kids back for Christmas. Like Marsha got married to a guy named Wally, who was a toy salesman. They had 2 kids, Jessica and Mickey, but Wally lost his job for selling toys during the Christmas time, and Greg got married to Nora, who was his nurse. Greg's a doctor of delivering babies, and they have a son named Kevin, and Nora wanted to spend a Christmas with her family because she had a very big family as well. And Peter has a job, and his supervisor Valerie is his girlfriend, but also he's not confident to marry her, and plus he has low self-esteem about that. And Jan's an architect. She's married to Philip, who's a college professor, and they are separating around this time as well. And Cindy was finishing up in college, and she really did not want to come home. She was told to come home for the holidays. She and her roommates were planning a ski weekend to Aspen, Colorado. Who would want to plan a ski weekend during Christmas? Maybe her roommates didn't have family members around. Who knows? And Bobby was quitting graduate school to become a businessman. He quit to he quit graduate school because he was going to be a businessman. He took up the hobby of race car driving. He wanted to be a NASCAR racer. And then they had all six of the children come, plus with their extended families and girlfriends, and they had celebration and stuff like that. Like they had like made Christmas decorations and eggnog and stuff like that. But a lot of the kids did not tell their parents, Mike and Carol, about their problems at all. Yet they kind of kept it a secret until like one time, like when Wally comes down and opens up the refrigerator and has like the pies, which was going to be served the next day for the Christmas meal, and Greg sees Dad come here, that Wally woke him up and said that he has a lot of things on his mind, and then Bobby and Peter come in as well, and they start talking about stuff. Soon everybody comes in except Mike and Carol and Alice because they were sleeping, and they all ate the pies that were supposed to be for the dessert for the Christmas dinner. They consumed all of it. And then when it's Christmas morning, like Carol like notices Jan and Philip sleeping in different positions, and she wonders why. They had to admit that they were kind of separated, and like Jan and Philip said that they wouldn't be going there if they wouldn't be there if they loved each other and stuff, and they like made up and stuff like that. And they said you could be late for breakfast and stuff like that. And then they had like everyone in the family come down for the Christmas dinner. And then Mike has a little speech saying 20 years ago that Carol and Marsha and Jan and Cindy got married, got together with Mike and Greg and Bobby and Peter, and they married. Mike and Carol married, and the family just became as one, and then that one grew and stuff like that. And then Wally said that he wasn't honest with the family, saying he had to keep about him losing his job, but he got another opportunity with Prescott Toys and stuff like that. And then Cindy said that she wasn't honest either, saying that she really wanted to come, but she wasn't asked. She was told to. The roommates in the college were going to go on a ski weekend. She made the right choice. And then afterwards, Bobby said that he wasn't being honest too, because he dropped out of graduate school to become a businessman, that he took up his hobby, race car driving, and like Mike and Carol did not really approve of it, but it's his decision, and they said good luck and hope you win big time. And then the last one was Peter and Valerie saying that they had something to say, and then both Peter and Valerie said, "Will you marry me?" And Mike said it was the dumbest wedding proposal he's ever heard. And then the bell rings, and it was Nora and Greg's wife, and she comes down, and Greg says, "Why are you here for?" "I saw my family. I saw all my cousins and aunts and nephew and my mother and father, and I saw Aunt Frances, and she asked about you, and then I seen all of my family. Now I have to come back, go to my husband and my son Kevin." And yeah, she was. And then just as when the turkey comes on, and just as when Mike was carving the turkey, the phone rings, and it was Ted Roberts, who was a foreman of a building that Carol's real estate company, was investing, and Mike Mike and Ted had some disagreements on building code violations and stuff like that, and Ted had to hire another architect, but that architect was out of town for the holidays, and the building was collapsing, and 2 security guards were trapped in there. And then Mike had to leave, saying, "I won't be long," because they had an accident at the building construction. And he says that the architect was out of town because of the holidays. And then they had like Mike go to the construction site, and then Ted shows him where it is and stuff like that, where the fallen, like, trapped security people are. And then he like goes in and tries to save them, but then there's more things collapsing and stuff. And then the whole family is gathered near the area where the building is collapsed. And then 2 of the security guards come out, and Mrs. Brady Carroll tells Ted, "Where's Mike?" And Mike's still trapped in there. And then Greg, Bobby, and Peter wanted to try to go in and rescue their father, Mike, but the police officers and security officers did not want anybody going there unauthorized. And then it's still like it's nightfall and stuff like that. And then Cindy tells her mother that she wishes she still believes in Santa Claus, and they have a kind of a moment when, like, Carol loses her voice for a flashback at Christmas episode of 1969, the first season of Brady Bunch, where Cindy wishes that Santa Claus could bring her mother's voice back because she had laryngitis. Just saying, "Oh, come ye faithful" on Christmas Day. And when they showed the thing singing, "Oh, come ye faithful," and then Carol starts singing, "Oh, come ye faithful, God us let's adore him to Bethlehem," and then everybody sings it, and then Mike, who's trapped there, hears it, and then he walks out, and it's amazing. And then the news reporter says, "I just noticed a sign on top of this. It's a miracle, another miracle on 34th Street." And they have the Christmas dinner. Finally, it had to be reheated, and Carol said to Alice, "This is the greatest Christmas dinner in the history of reheated Christmas dinners." And then everybody had to say. Greg said that we all confessed to eating pies last night. And Mike and Carol were alone. Man says, "I didn't get a pie." And the doorbell rings, and then it's Santa Claus, and the kids run out after him and saying they wanted a present, but I don't have a present. I have one present for Alice. And then Santa says, I have a present for me, and it's Sam the butcher. And Sam says, "I'm sorry for what happened. Just take me back." And Alice says, "Don't you ever do that again." And then they sing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year." A Very Brady Christmas was the second highest rated TV movie in 1988-89. And then CBS saw that, and they decided to have 2 more Brady movies in like 1990, but they reran the TV movie in 1989 again, and it doubled the ratings. And then CBS ordered like the 2 Brady movies to become a regular Brady series called The Brady's, which was kind of a dramedy and stuff like that. I'll get to that later on in a future video blog. And A Very Brady Christmas was was a tradition, watching it almost every single year for years. They showed it once or twice a year for many years on, I think, on syndication. It was on WSBK TV 38 for many years, and I think it was also on TV Land and ABC Family, but it has not been shown anywhere on television I could recall since maybe 2010 or so. But I just watched the movie on YouTube, and that's a tradition to have to watch that movie every single Christmas. It's one of the Christmas traditions, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty the Snowman, which I'm definitely going to review Frosty the Snowman and Santa Claus is Coming to Town soon because it's Christmas season. And this is one of the best Christmas movies of all time. I give it 2 thumbs up like Cisco and Ebert. Recommend to watch it. Facebook friends and YouTube followers. If you have a VHS, which they no longer exist, or a DVD, they must sell it and or on YouTube. And now that's about it for that. Facebook friends and YouTube followers. I'll be back tomorrow for 3 more video blogs. The first one is about the top 10 greatest players in Florida Marlins / Miami Marlins history. The Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd feud in the 80s in the WWE. And the third and final video blog of the night, the personality profile, which will be about former NBA player and current TNT broadcaster who's on Inside the NBA, Kenny the Jet Smith. Good night, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.